All right, you're in the town of Kimby. You just came up from the hole down below. You investigated the room, and you found that the ogre had collapsed the ceiling in on himself, and he is dead. You found his feet, but he is dead, and there doesn't appear to be any other way down. Thousands of pounds of stone have been laid down on top of him.
Besides that necklace, did he have any kind of treasure items, anything that was worth anything?
He was undead, so no.
I wonder, can we use that necklace as like D&D TNT?
You have in the past.
Yeah, we can use it like C4.
Yeah, use it like make a big boom.
Why?
Yeah, that's why Gobby's got it. Didn't he get the necklace, Mo?
Yep, it's in the bag of holding.
That's what I thought.
We can use it to blow a hole. That way we can go down there and figure out who's the necromancer.
No.
Or whoever it is.
No.
The bad guy.
That's not a very good idea.
Oh, you don't want a big boom?
No. The explosion's going to make the rest of the loose ceiling above that's not stable come down on top of the rest of the room. No. Bad idea.
And that ceiling's full of dead bodies.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's big cement structures.
Yeah. Think about it, fellas. Come on.
It was an idea.
I'm done.
It was an idea. I can't say it was a bad one. It's just, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. I think it was a bad one because it wouldn't have turned out the way they were expecting.
Depends. You don't know what they were expecting. True. It could have come out just exactly the way they expected. So you're back up in Kimby, and you're outside the church at B on the Kimby map. As you come out of the hole, you're greeted by Abbot Gildan. And he says, comes up and he says, "You guys came back pretty quick. Is everything okay?"
Ogre, big boom, kind of got blocked off, kind of got stalled.
As you're out, he turns you around, he points to the other side of the graveyard, and you see smoke rolling out, where stuff's starting to collapse down underneath some of the bigger mausoleums in the back. And you realize that from your vantage point, that tunnel that he was going to was going outside of the hallowed ground, or what's supposed to be hallow.
So you're saying that the tunnel is coming back up?
I'm saying is the tunnel, the direction the tunnel was going underneath was not going back into town. It was going away from town.
So towards the creek back there?
Yes.
Okay. But it wasn't going upwards, it was going down, right?
Correct.
Okay.
We need to follow this crevice that's been made and see where it goes to. See if it goes to a house back here, just farmland, or whatever it goes to.
Okay. Roll a perception check
All right, I can do that.
to see if you can pick up the trail. Alan, you would get advantage. Cool. With advantage, you got a 6. Okay. Drop the crit fail and kept the 4. Krellick.
I still can't believe they wanted to set off a debt charge underneath the graveyard.
Krellick, you find a trail. You follow, it's not really a trail, but you follow the disturbance in the earth kind of thing, and you see something. It's like a depression, like a mole looking in a mole hole, but it's deep, and you see it go this way.
Does it stop at the creek, or can I look across the creek and see if it's continuing or something?
You haven't followed it yet. You see the line in it. Are you wanting to follow it?
Yes.
Yes, everybody?
Yes, I want to investigate that.
Okay. As you get to the end of the where the creek is, you notice that the creek drops down. There's like a sheer wall down to the creek, and you see a hole coming out of the ground, and tracks leading away.
Do we see anything coming in and out, or just the tracks?
Just the tracks.
And leading towards across the river or across the stream on the other side? In that direction.
They're leading upstream this way.
Can I investigate and see what type of tracks they are?
Sure.
Do I do investigation or survival?
And investigation, you still get advantage because of tracks.
I get advantage.
Yep. They are human tracks. Actually, they look like they're armored human tracks. And
I don't remember seeing any human track, any humans down below.
We didn't.
But there were zombies.
It's a level below us, so we wouldn't have ever seen him because we never made it down below.
Well, we need to follow these tracks too.
Yeah, so I start following the tracks.
the tracks go up towards following up the valley, and we'll end up back on the road, which is the road going to Dragonspur City.
Do I discover anything else while I'm going there? Does he got a certain kind of lamp or a certain walk or anything particular that would help me and know him if I see him walking?
No, other than they are, you believe it's either heavy or he was armored, but you believe leaning more towards armored.
Okay. All right, he's going towards Dragonspur City, whatever it is.
Can the abbot tell us anything?
Sure. What would you like to ask the abbot?
If he knew about the tunnels?
No, he doesn't. He didn't. By the time you get out to where the tunnel is, you're like past the edge of the town, and you kind of see it's kind of a blank kind of spot.
Has he noticed any armored or hefty people coming through this area?
No, this is pretty much reserved for the Sapphire Knights. I mean, that's the only people we ever get coming through here, armored people. There's not a church to another deity here, and we haven't seen any soldiers. All the knights in this world are controlled by a church, an order, a monastic order.
Is there any way of knowing whether or not the boot prints are Sapphire Knight prints? Because boots have tracks. They're pretty distinguishable sometimes.
They're not the same type of boots that you guys were issued.
Okay, share that with the group.
Okay. They're similar, but not the same.
Not the same.
And all of you are wearing identical boots.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hey guys, should we go tell the sheriff about all this? What we found?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
If nothing else,
Because he's been acting kind of squirrely, he might give away some information by not realizing it.
Abbott, what do you know about the sheriff?
He says, well, I thought the sheriff was a pretty decent guy until that boy you brought up, you rescued, came up. And he said that the sheriff brought him to the graveyard.
So the sheriff is one fucked him?
I thought we already realized that the boy told us that the sheriff's a bad guy.
well, maybe we need to go talk to the sheriff then anyway.
Left town.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's go talk to the sheriff.
Wait, hold on. Before we do the boy, what do we know about the boy?
He is the godson to Natty O'Rourke.
Well, does he ever get into trouble? Or has he, is he a sneaky bloke? You know, how some of the young boys like to hide around and spy on stuff?
He's like he's not a teenager, like, in the 15, 16-year-old range.
I think it might be a good idea if we handle this, because if his godfather finds out, he may tear the town apart.
I'm just curious.
Kicked our butts and made it look effortless.
Does the boy know why he was taken to the graveyard?
The abbot says no. He didn't say why. He's not all right in his head at the moment. He saw a lot, and we've been, between sedating him and keeping him, with oil of the poppy, sedating him and keeping him down. But in his moments of here together, when he's lucid, basically, he is very much afraid of the sheriff, because the sheriff brought him with some coins. That the sheriff had dropped the coins in a pouch underneath one of the gravestones, and the boy. The boy pointed to the stone where you guys had found, I think it's Lyric that actually found it, a bag full of silver coins.
Oh, yeah.
And said when he brought him here, the sheriff dropped off the silver coins and left him tied up. And then the big green guys with the wicked tongues came out and took him below.
So the sheriff is paying off the ghouls? That don't make no sense.
No, he's collecting bounty for prisoners.
sounds like he's collecting for somebody else who is probably using the people for sacrifices or something. I think we need to have us a conversation with the sheriff and then continue following those tracks.
Well, I think we need to have a little chat with the sheriff.
Also, arrest him and take him to the chapter house once we've done questioning.
Yeah, guys, I know we all like to jump in and, poke people with swords and whatnot, but maybe it would be a good idea to ask around a little bit more and find out if we can get any more information on this.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, but...
It's interesting that the sheriff has always been perceived as this rather honorable person, and then these things are happening.
You haven't, that's actually not the story here. Your hints from the sheriff were in town, not that he's dishonorable or honorable, that he's living above his means.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the abbot had said that he, always seemed like a good guy, so that's what I was wondering about.
And we did get other clues from being in the tavern or whatever it was a long time ago.
The abbot says, I didn't believe the kid, so when I took him back to his parents' house, I sent a runner to the sheriff, and we haven't seen the sheriff since.
Oh, okay.
We should check on the kid.
Yeah, we should definitely check on the kid and see if the sheriff pulled a Houdini.
Yeah, then we would need to go to his office and see if he's still there or if he's skedaddled somewhere.
Okay. So where are you going first?
Check on the kid.
Okay.
See if he can give us any more info.
You go to the house where the kid's at, and he's not coherent. I mean, he's like really in a bad way. But he's been starved for pretty close to a week now, and he's seen all kinds of horrific things as his friends and neighbors getting eaten right next to him. He is not quite right, so he's kind of just sitting there going.
Claire, is there anything you can do to help this boy?
I could do a lesser restoration.
Okay.
I'll pray to Heshtel.
Don't we have a concoction that does something like that?
You got healing potions and concoctions, but I don't think you have anything for mental disorders. Which is pretty much what he's gonna have.
Okay, I was just asking.
I'd be worried about it if he didn't have at least one or two mental disorders after what he just saw.
So you talk to him, and when you mention the sheriff's name, he just shuts up and quiets and backs away. And after a little bit of talking to him, you get him to come back out of his shell a little bit, and you finally get out that the sheriff was trading people for silver.
Just as I thought.
Does the boy know who was trading with the sheriff?
He goes to describe the person, the thing to you, and you don't quite, he can't put it really into words. Dead, not dead, life, not life, here and not there. He's really confused about what he says. But what you basically get the gist of is a non-corporeal or semi-corporeal being.
Are we thinking ghost or something of that nature?
Could be a wraith, could be a revenant.
Could be, yeah.
Or demi-lich.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Gabby's like, hey guys, at least the sheriff paid me before we went in there.
He got his money up front.
Odds are that's blood money, Gabby.
All money's blood money.
At least we're not bound by oath to worry about that.
But I take the money I got from the sheriff and I give it to the boy's family.
Okay.
I would I never got the chance to do the consecrate on the church.
Okay.
Can we say that we did that at some point?
Yep, you can do that.
But I would also like to consecrate the boy's home.
Are you also going to try to lesser restoration?
Would the restoration help with anything, or is it an actual?
Yeah, no.
It's not a magical situation. So
I don't think it works for mental. I think it'll
he's
be
traumatized. Can I sing him a lullaby?
You can do that.
But I could concentrate 20-foot radius. That would give him a safe place to go to. You know, like go hide in a closet if this person comes, and hopefully it'd keep him safe.
Okay, you'll need holy symbols, but anyone can use those.
Okay.
To quote a very famous man, he has seen stuff that'll turn you white.
I'm gonna take my magic lute and I'm gonna play a little song.
You can consecrate.
Okay, I'll do that.
And one of these fine knights will carve you up a holy symbol of Heshtel to put up over wherever you're going to consecrate, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got spare. But yeah, whatever it takes.
Okay.
And then now to the sheriff's office to investigate it, see if he left any clues of where or tracks of where he might be headed.
Okay.
Yep, that's our next stop.
All right. I need somebody to roll a perception.
Hey guys,
This is-
you understand that family now has 50 gold.
Hey, they're rich.
Okay. As you come up the drive going towards A, where the sheriff's office is, you get a little closer to where the sheriff's office is, and the walkway going to his office in the mud, you notice the track is very similar to the track you saw going up the creek. Not exactly. It's the same kind of boot, but a slightly different size.
Let's follow that trail.
And it's going to the sheriff's office?
Yeah.
All right, I follow it in.
And then as you get a little closer, you realize it's going to and from and to and from,
Yeah.
that it's a very common track.
Okay.
That could be the sheriff's.
That would definitely be his track then.
And you get into the office and nobody's there. On the wall where his armor was, it's gone.
Okay, we search his office for anything that could possibly help us in our investigation.
Like notes or
I'm about to say, did he leave a note or anything?
Yeah, maps, letters, correspondence from other people, like maybe his higher ups or just his associates. So we're going through drawers, we're going through boxes and crates and chests, anything we can find.
I need perception for everybody that's searching.
Okay.
I'll give it a go. My perception sucks.
Mo, do I still have advantage?
No.
Woohoo!
All right. So you uncover a loose floorboard, Krellick, and in that loose floorboard, you find some odds and ends, some little family stuff, and you find 9 gold pieces
All right. Anything else?
and 17 silver pieces.
Ask if there's anything else again. Maybe there's more gold.
And so down underneath the coins, you pull out a medallion,
See?
and the medallion has a symbol on it.
Can I
With
do a
picture.
religion check?
You can, if you want.
And then
Yes.
natural 20.
You see a symbol that is 2 bows on either side with a shield in the middle and a lightning bolt like the Flash. And your religion check came up with the 24, okay? And you know that to be the Thornton, the Lord of Lightning
This
symbol.
is from the Lord of Lightning.
He's chaotic good, and he's a tempest, travel, war, and water.
He's usually a good guy. I don't understand why he's
But you
being
notice that
associated
this,
with somebody who's
Chaotic.
selling off people.
It's chaotic.
Yeah,
Like-
but usually chaotic good is burn down a house to stop a haunting, not selling off people.
Ah, but what if the selling off people saves more people?
Unless he thinks it's going to prevent something worse later on down the line, but I don't honestly. Even
Yeah.
chaotic good has some standards.
maybe he's been possessed or he's been forced to do this. He's not doing it of his own volition. We need to check some more because it sounds like he was probably a good person initially, and for some reason now he's doing these bad things.
Just like the girl in the camp.
Yeah.
That would explain why the symbol is buried instead of on his person.
Now,
Religious people like us, we tend to wear our symbols out in the open.
But can you
Taking a symbol off like that and hiding it usually denotes a rejection of that faith.
So, what's the family stuff that you mentioned that Krellick found?
you find when you pull out one of the things that the medallion was wrapped up in was a black silken scarf,
Okay.
almost an opalescent black.
Is it similar to the scarf that I have? I think it was it Hedgetail or?
Yes, you have one that's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the colors of the Thornton? Are they black and silver?
There is a monastic order that is attached to those two gods, actually, Cantor the Crusader and Thartan the Lord of Lightning. They're both chaotic good. This one happens to be the Lord of Lightning, which is a lesser deity. They're associated with the Obsidian order.
You said the abbot was a monastic order. Did he have anything on him that might look like this stuff?
No,
Okay.
he's an abbot of Heshtel.
Would the necklaces with the red stone, could you put that on something that like a deity? Like with that?
And no, I wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't think that. The stone is definitely blood magic, and no good deity would be blood magic.
Okay, so you said that Krellick pulled out some family stuff. Are you saying the scarf is family?
Not necessarily. Underneath that is some paperwork, like notes to he has a sister that lives in Dragonspur City.
Okay.
Nothing of consequence other than where she lives in Dragonspur City now. It doesn't appear that they were really close, like hadn't talked in a while.
If he's thinking that he's in trouble, he might head towards her to see if she can hide him out.
What I'm trying to get at is, like the girl at camp, he's being forced possibly to do something about the black, and maybe we can find the trail. Maybe he's got somebody that's being held hostage in his family or something is what I was thinking, but it's not adding up on the family stuff.
Which is all the more reason we need to find him and figure out what's going on.
So I want to go back outside Fresh's tracks and see if I can't follow him, the Fresh's tracks.
Yep.
Hey guys, I have a question. Do we need to follow the tracks or do we need to go notify the chapter house?
Well, there should be a chapter house in Dragonspur, but the abbot here could also send that message. And we need to get to Dragonspur, I'm pretty sure. And I'm thinking the tracks that way.
I'm saying that there's a chapter. Before we go chasing after somebody, we should probably go to one of the chapter houses to let them know that, and then they can send the message to the other one that why the messages weren't getting through.
Yep.
Your investigating of the messages hasn't completed yet.
Oh.
You know that the messages why the messages weren't getting from this church up to the monastery, but you don't have any idea why there's not any messages getting to the church.
Right, so we still have to go to Dragonspur for that.
Yeah, but there's a chapter house here, right?
No,
No.
Okay, so the abbot's part of our order.
correct.
He can send the message to the
Correct.
chapter house, and we can move on to Dragonspur and possibly follow the sheriff at the same time if I find the tracks, right?
Right. We need to follow those tracks that we suddenly saw down by the stream, because those tracks are those tracks similar
Didn't they? No, those were bigger.
or identical at the
That
sheriff had?
person had bigger feet.
Yeah, they were just similar, but they weren't exactly the same.
All right.
Now
Then
you searched the sheriff's office. That's where you're
Okay. Does the sheriff have any other lot? Does he have? I mean, where's his barracks and the jail and all that we can also search?
Okay.
Other areas?
The sheriff's office is here. The sheriff's house is here. You haven't been there yet.
All right, we need to go there, because if he's got anything specifically personal, it probably will be there.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so you go to the sheriff's house. I need a perception check in here. Investigation act. You're no longer proceeding. You're investigating.
I go in the house, look around, and say, "Oh, there's nothing in here," and then turn around and go outside looking to investigate for fresh traps around the house and the jail.
Okay. All right. Krellick and Gardis, you find a closet in the bedroom, and in the closet, there's a false wall behind it. As you open up that wall, you see a glinting suit of armor that is black. This looks familiar to you. Shiny black armor.
You said it looks familiar to you. Do I recognize it?
You're having trouble placing it. Do you inspect it closer? Do you touch it?
Don't touch the butt.
Yeah.
As you touch it,
Why not?
the entire house goes dark. Darkness.
Why do you
I
all for that?
I tap my own armor as a reflex.
Okay, as you tap your own armor, the light of the darkness goes away.
Ah,
It's the armor. We were in a battle. I remember it.
But you didn't see it. The only people who've seen it so far are Krellick and Gardis. They need to pull it out of the closet before you can see it.
I got a 17.
Okay, you still need to pull it out of the closet. You gonna pull it out of the closet?
Yeah, I'll pull it out of the closet.
So, Lyric, you recognize it. You from what your time with being touched by Vestra. This was the armor those other guys were wearing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have to put it R-rated on this. All three of them were in the closet together.
Honey, I came out of the closet a long time ago.
Was that the only thing in the closet?
Yes.
The armor?
It's the armor.
Hey, what kind of armor is it? The same kind we have?
It's the armor of darkness. It does kind of like the opposite of what we project a light. Theirs projects darkness.
They're bad guys. So either the sheriff was a member or he took this. Guys, I'm really having a hard time defending this guy. So far, all this evidence is piling up, and it looks like he's a bad guy. We may have to take his head.
He might have a necklace on.
Why would he be behind a false wall if it's not his armor?
How does that make him a bad guy?
What
This
if
is
we
the
touch the
armor of the dark
That's that
gods.
battle.
What if we touch?
That's the armor of the dark gods.
Can we touch both the armors at the same time? What would happen?
You can touch anything you want.
No, I'm not going to.
No, if you touch it, the light and dark, that's all happens. When you activate its armor, it turns dark. If you activate your armor, it turns light.
Anticlimactic? No black hole? Paradox?
Nope.
I don't think this is the kind of armor you get being a unwilling participant in an army. This is the kind of armor you get when you're an active member.
I agree.
You don't remember this battle because you were asleep during it, but this battle was really bad. The guys that were wearing this armor were kicking your butts.
Yes.
Everybody was down.
Yes.
Does the sheriff live alone?
Yes.
Okay, we need to take this armor, put it in the bag. We'll drop it off the chapter house so they can refurbish it to what they need it to do. And then I say we burn his house down for the evil, to remove the evil in the area.
Well, before we do that, let's finish searching it, make sure that there's nothing else.
God, we want fire. God, we want fire.
I want to know, is there a trail or a tunnel of some sort underneath this house that goes somewhere else? Because
I agree. If we burn it down, we'll be able to see underneath.
there's going to be a bunch of junk on top.
Well, I'm outside looking for traps and stuff, so I might be able to find that.
You rolled a 5, right?
No, I rolled a 19. Thank you.
Yeshua, investigation, proficiency. You rolled a 2 and got a 5.
That was in the house, and when I did that, and I looked, there's nothing in.
No. Just because you drop dice doesn't mean it counts.
Well, that was why he said he had gone outside, was because he rolled so badly.
I looked, there was nothing there, so I went outside.
As you guys look out the window, he's still walking down the road. He's not walking down the road. He really didn't find anything.
No, I rolled in 19.
He doesn't even. He couldn't even find the end of the property. He just kept walking.
Rolled a 19.
Gotcha, Alan. I'm just messing with you.
I know.
So there's no other relatives at the house. He lived by himself. You found the black armor. You found a symbol of Thartan, the Lord of Lightning, who's a chaotic good god of war.
Hey, Mo, since we found armor, did we find any weapons or anything else like that?
No, his armor and his cloak.
His armor and his cloak.
What was his cloak? Did it look? Was it a color or anything specific?
Black, opalescent black.
Purdy.
It's very similar. After looking at it for a little while, it's very similar to the armor the Obsidian Knights wear. I mean, you could almost pass for it. Not quite, but it could pass for it.
Are they good guys?
The Obsidian Knights,
Yeah.
they don't like you guys, but they're not necessarily bad.
Right.
The Obsidian Knights are the Knights of the Lord of Lightning.
Maybe he was initially an Obsidian Knight, and now he's being forced to do this stuff. That's why he took that armor and hid it. But anything else we noticed in this house?
Nope.
All right. Any other buildings on this estate? I see
That are his?
on the
No.
map. That are his? No. All right. So his office was also where they kept the prisoners that he arrested and stuff like that.
Correct.
Okay. Guys, I think it's about time to follow the trail now. I don't know of anything else we can get. I mean, we can stop at the tavern on the way out and see if anybody's heard anything. Maybe some of the farmers have heard something recently. But while we were in the hole, what was the sheriff doing? Did they see anything?
Well, I'm looking for tracks. Why don't y'all knock on the next door neighbor's house and see if they've seen him lately, if they're home.
All right. Mo, these other two buildings.
They're manor houses. They're big houses.
Okay. I approach one, knock on the door. Do I get a response?
Yes, a servant would come to the door.
All right. I ask the servant, has he seen anything odd happened in the last 2 to 3 days, odd for the sheriff?
He said, the servant says that about a day ago, the sheriff ran into his office and then ran over to his home and rode off, and like he was in a hurry.
Okay.
So he bolted.
That also means he's got a day ahead of us on a horse, which probably we need to get going then.
What direction?
Direction that you would go.
North, towards Dragon Spur City.
Okay. Yep, let's head towards Dragon Spur City. Thank you, sir. I thank him, and
She says, thank
No.
you.
Okay. I give her a silver piece.
You guys, you understand. Everyone thinks I'm the bad guy. I gave away 50 gold. He's like, oh, I gotta give silver. Oh, silver.
Yeah, but when you've only got about 50 gold.
And
You
he-
make more a month than I do.
But I haven't gotten paid yet. I got paid in this armor right now. Remember, we didn't get no cash yet.
Hold on here. Let me see here. I think you're sitting on about 3,700 copper pieces and 190 silver pieces.
We got 316 gold between us. Come on.
How many days ago was this?
About a day ago. About the time you brought the boy up. Not long after that.
All right, we need to get our horses and get on the road. All right. Kralik looks at everybody. He goes, let's go find this guy. I'm itching for a fight.
That might be fleas.
I'm scaly, not hairy. Please don't like me.
No, there's lizard fleas.
Oh,
Well, there's mites too,
yeah.
Yeah, mites.
That seriously made me itch.
Okay. I know we've established that in the past the sheriff has run off on horseback, but I did go out and search. Did I find anything to prove that?
No, you didn't find any. The road is too well traveled to tell that which way he went. You have to go by the word of everybody in the tracks when they got onto the road, but you haven't been able to follow it on the road.
All right. So when we get to the other side of the town, going towards Dragon Spur, I should be able to pick up that other set of tracks and follow it then, right?
Those are the tracks that were down in the.
And they came out to the road and went towards Dragon Spur.
You can tell they get on the road and what direction they got onto on the road, but once they're on the road, you miss them.
Okay.
There's too much traffic on the road.
All right. Good enough. Thank you.
As you're out on the road, you're out on this map that I put up for you as a road, and you're on it, and you're on the road going towards Dragonspur City. Dragonspur City is this direction, and you're leaving going this way. Okay? This one goes back down south to another village you know of, a logging town. Okay, so Krelk, you're out front, right? You usually are. Cardus is somewhere behind you.
Yeah, somebody's got to protect Krellick if he gets into trouble.
I was gonna say, I think Yeshua has the better tracking stuff, possibly, if I remember right.
That's fine. He can go in front of me, and I'll protect him while he's tracking.
Are we mounted right now?
Yes.
My wolf gives me advantage on perception.
By all means.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
let
it comes
me
to
take that
picture.
back. It's smelling or hearing, not for sight.
That helps.
Yeah, does he smell he could probably track the horse or whatever animal that the guy was riding.
Does he have tracking ability?
His wolf does, yeah.
His wolf
If
does.
the wolf has tracking ability, we've got stuff that was the cat
We got his
was
cloak. We have his cloak and his armor. I'm gonna smell that.
Yeah.
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 Get the scent, track him down.
Okay, I guess that's what we'll do.
Animal handling. And no, you don't get advantage. But I saw the smile on your face. You were going to ask for it. You were going. Good job. So yes, you pick up a scent. As you're tracking, you pick up the trail. I need Yeshua to roll a perception. Actually, roll animal handling for your horse.
Oh,
Your horse's ears twerk.
A reigning man. Oh, put up my hand. Signal halt.
So his horse's ears are twerking? Am I catching that right?
No, that's not the case.
yeah, they're twerking all right.
Cole is just busted a gut back there.
Don't quit making fun of my horse.
You're the horse. Your horse is the one doing the twerking, man.
Pitiful.
It makes a noise, and it kind of leans toward, like it's interested in something north of you.
Okay. I take a gander forward, see what I can see.
As you get about here, you see two black-cladded knights in the
Here
road.
we go.
In the road?
In the road. They're a ways off from you. The wind is blowing this way around this mountain, this little mountain here. So your horse picked up the scent.
I use my hand signals and let everybody know that we got 2 Obsidian Knights north of us, upwind.
Should we leave the horses here and sneak up?
Do you say Obsidian Knights with your hand signals?
No, I don't know that. I say there's 2 dark-cladded knights.
Can we tell what direction they're going?
They're not going anywhere.
They're just standing there?
They're standing guard.
Is that the road that leads to Dragonspur?
Right.
Gobby, is there any way you can sneak up there and just see how many there is? If that's just all 2 or more?
Gabi says we ride up the road and act like we're supposed to be here. We're at the point, there's, 7 of us, and we see 2. And Obsidian Knights aren't bad. They don't like us that well, but they're not bad.
Again, he didn't say Obsidian Knights. As far he corrected himself.
What if we had a little distraction and you guys snuck up around the other side?
Let's just go forward.
We don't know that they're bad guys.
But we will know.
You will know when they shoot the butt.
Be prepared. We act like we're supposed to be there and we go forward. We don't have no...
How about you guys be my entourage? I'll be like performing on the horse and you guys can like surround me and be like, oh, the mighty Lyric, she's so wonderful. They're so wonderful.
Lyric, you are such a narcissist.
Hey, we can't lie, Lyric.
Isn't it fantastic?
No, some of these guys can't lie.
And we
Well,
look
I mean-
like everyone.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Some
Yeah,
of us are incapable of lying.
They can't lie.
Well, you could just clap and, move on.
And lyrics line, you wouldn't be lying.
Exactly. I mean, you love me, right?
Not in his.
Right?
As she plucks an odd note on her guitar.
Right?
Oh God, Lyric's gonna kill us in our sleep.
She loves me, so I'm good.
What do you think I do?
I continue forward.
This is where you get to, and you notice them catch attention to you, and one of them whistles.
I knew there was at least one more.
Look what y'all did. We could have been all sneaky, but no.
Well,
Don't listen to Lyric. Lyric's just narcissistic.
It's amazing that the two sneakiest ones were the ones that didn't want to sneak.
Right? And I could have performed a sleep spell or something.
Act like you own it.
Honey, I think he's on it. What are you talking about, this acting business?
We can take them.
I was talking to I got this.
So you see three knights now.
Oh dear.
Are they on foot or on mounts?
They're on mounts. They're on heavy war horses.
Okay,
We're just traveling to Dragon's City,
move forward.
You're going to carry on. Gotcha.
Our wayward son. There'll be peace when we're done.
Away we go. That's a nice song.
Yeah.
I hand signal to Gabi that when we get to the intersection that us two ought to move out wide to the either side and let the meatballs move ahead.
What does he call them? Meatballs, meatball.
I said walls.
Oh, my bad.
I heard meatball too. Let's be honest.
Okay. How do you want
But Gabi would think, understanding that he's a goblin in this world, that he would want to slide back a little bit just to let the not dark races lead the way.
Exactly.
Okay. I need perception from Yeshua and Gabi.
Do I have advantage?
No, you're not tracking somebody. 14 and 4. Gabi, what the hell?
I'm going to use one of my lucky feats and roll that again, because that doesn't look good to me.
You notice the two people up on top of the mountain, and one of them is not a knight, and the other one is a knight, but there's oddness about him. Like, he's not built like a knight, like he's skinnier, his body shape isn't quite right.
I will signal to everyone else to look it up and that I think it's odd.
Did I see them or just Gabi?
I lean over to Krillic and I say, Krillic, look up on the cliffside, and then I lean back to Gardas and I say the same thing and say, hey, pass it along. And I just kind of I whistle a light whistle towards Yeshua, and so he looks back, and then I give him the hand signal.
Okay, everybody sees the people up on top, but only Gabi realizes that they're not the same. Like, there's one that's in a knight's armor that's not very muscular, and the other one is not wearing armor at all.
So can we tell that any of them are casters?
You can't.
Okay.
Gabi can make some assumptions based on what I told him.
Hey, fellas and ladies, may I present to you the mage and his squire up there, his bodyguard. We may want to track a little easier than we thought. I'm glad I didn't sneak up by myself and get smashed while you guys were hanging on the back.
So you are in your full plate mail with your blue cloaks bellowing behind you, looking like the proud Sapphire Knights that you are.
All right. Gardas and I will take the lead, and like Yeshua had said, and I assume that's the way we're riding up. Don't you agree, Gardas?
I'm following whoever. Tell me who to fight.
I'm going to put you guys are in initiative order now at this point. You've rolled for initiative. Gabi came up on the
here's the
highest.
fight.
So you can move your distance of is your wolf more than 40?
It may be more, but we'll go with 40.
So, how does mounted combat work? Because I've never done that before.
You can take an action, or your horse can take an action for you.
Okay.
Gabi runs up and hides behind a tree stump.
I then dismount and I tell my wolf to go away. I'll call him later, and I will then bonus action. Guess what I do, guys?
Yeah.
Hide.
Go pro.
He jumps out and does a two-step.
And I think I'm blended behind the thing. Do I still have an action, or
Yeah,
just sending my mount away the action?
Nope, you have an action.
I will hold action, and I will shoot at the first person up there that makes an aggressive movement towards our people. As of right now, I'm not sure they're aggressive. I know it looks very sketchy, but I duck down and I'm gonna keep an eye with my light crossbow, and that's what I'm doing. And that would end my turn.
Okay. You see knight number 1 pull his crossbow up and set it over the top of his horse's head, but it's a hand crossbow. So it's not got a lot of length and range to it, and he holds it there. And then he touches his armor, and it goes black. An area like that goes black.
So it's basically like a dome of dark.
Yep. And you hear movement inside the blackness, but you don't know where. But the black itself did not move.
Is it magical darkness?
Yes. And more movement. You hear chanting from up on top of the mountain. You wouldn't be able to technically see those guys, and you have to see through the darkness to get to them. Yes, well, you're up.
You said the horse has 40?
Yep. Those squares are 10, by the way.
Well, the arrow gives me how much I'm trying to move.
And I need to double check that, make sure that's right. I think I did it right.
Oh, wait a minute. The squares are 10.
Yeah. Let me give me a second. I'll put that in and make sure it's right. And that should be it. Lock it. Yeah. There you go. There's 40. You saw the billowing darkness show up, come out from the center,
Right.
and you can't see anyone on that ridge behind him because the darkness is higher than that.
Okay. So I'm going to use my action to move again.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, can I dismount?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I will do right there, and I will pull my longbow and get ready for target.
Okay.
Can I give a hand signal before my turn's up?
Sure.
I remind people that we have potions of moon blossom, so that's what I say in hand signal, and then I pop one out, dangle it. That's it.
Want to refresh everybody's memory what Moon Blossom is?
20 temporary hit points.
Against undead attacks.
Correct.
Okay, I didn't see that part. Thank you.
Okay. Claire, you're up.
Can I go from those bushes straight across my 30? I had an arrow up there, but it's gone now.
30 would put you about there.
Oh, it would?
Yep.
Okay, I thought
You
you
might,
had...
you might be able to get to there on the other side of that one. There you go.
All right. Okay. So you didn't change the squares. Okay. I'll have to remember that.
No, the squares are right now. It's just I had to go through and make sure the computer knew that those squares were 10. It didn't know that before. I didn't have squares on the map as far as the computer was concerned. That's just a picture with squares. I had to add them to the mechanics.
Squares are supposed to be 5.
Not in Wilderness or 10. I'm just telling you they're 10.
All right. Bonus action, light up my armor, and that'll be it for me.
Okay.
If she lit up her armor where she's at, would it reach there to dispel the spell?
That's how far we go.
Yeah, I know, but since it hit that spell, would it dispel that one?
Just in that spot where it touches. There you go, Drake.
I will dismount my horse right there at that tree and tie it to the tree.
Okay.
If that takes my action to do so, that's fine.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
You really don't have to tie it to the tree. It will stay.
Okay, well. Better safe than sorry.
Yep.
I can use my action to dash another 30 feet.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Curtis, you're up.
I can dismount my horse for free, right?
Correct.
I'm going to go ahead and dismount my horse, leave it where it is.
Okay.
I'm going to come around.
Now, if you're mounted, you can move 40. If you're on foot, you can only move 30.
Yeah, but I'm going to duck behind a tree.
Okay. Just letting you know.
Okay. I'm going to duck behind this tree and ready my bow for anything that, any side of shenanigans, I'm loosing an arrow.
Okay.
That's going to be it for me.
You see a storm open up in the skies above you, and it gets dark. Clouds roll in, and you feel a cold wind come across the ground. And I need everybody in the circle to make a dex save.
What's the range on that spell?
60 feet circle at 120 feet.
We're too far away then.
For what?
Because where you got that center is 180 something feet.
Claire, I'm giving you my inspiration to reroll that 1.
No need. I'm going to use mine.
Oh, okay.
Chris is spot on, man.
So that is Claire, Gabi, Drick, and Krellick.
I rolled a natural one.
Dex save?
Yep.
I guess mine doesn't count.
Right. It won't matter. You're outside of the loop.
I'm using an inspiration.
Natural 20.
A 17.
So the lowest one is Krellick with a 15.
Yes.
Everybody takes half that in lightning damage.
But that's 6, right? Math dummy.
Yep, 6. And the air is crackling with lightning around you.
Can we see anybody when they went to cast that?
No, because the darkness is between you and the caster. I'll move the darkness back. Okay. And that's it for that guy. As I take that back on that Gabi. As that happens, you notice that guy leap into the air. So he is now flying. So I'll make him visible.
But I would have gotten a shot off at him.
Correct. You would have.
Okay. And because I'm hidden, I
You
should
get
get advantage.
But it would be
An advantage.
He's flying, it's a disadvantage, so it counters it out.
Okay, so it's just a straight roll of an attack. The one that I can see, correct?
Yep. Hit.
Will strip attack, does that knock someone out of the sky?
No.
They're gonna fall down.
Yeah, they're gonna fall
I
down.
don't know how that
I
works.
think it's a melee attack. You'd have to do melee reach them.
Let me roll damage on that, and I don't get sneak attack. He's flying, so I do not have advantage. Drop it on him. Awesome. Does he have to make a save for his if he's on a spell for concentration? The spell that's around us, does he have to save on that spell? Because of the concentration.
He didn't cast that
shot.
He didn't cast that spell.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Gardas, do you want to rethink whether or not you were holding an action?
I thought I said I was. I said I had my bow ready in case anybody attacked.
I'll give you a shot at that guy with disadvantage.
Longbow. I missed.
Hey, everybody, we know it's 29 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, a 10 don't do squat.
Okay, so we'll get back into turn order. Krellick, you're up.
All right. I have a question, Mr. DM.
Okay.
If I
haven't-
let my horse take me the full 40 feet of the horse, then jump off, then I can still take my 30 feet forward, correct?
If you lose your action, your horse moves forward and you use its movement. But if you want any movement past it, then you have to give up your action to do it.
Okay, but not my bonus action.
Correct.
All right. So, in 10, 20, 30, 40,
Okay.
10, 20, 30. If I hit my armor right now as a bonus action, right? Or is that a free action?
That is I think it's
What
written as
is-
bonus action in the thing.
Okay.
It's only 10 feet though.
All right.
Go ahead and do a 10-foot circle around you if you want.
Now, let me do another bonus action. I'll need this one more. Bonus action, fire room.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Lyric, you're up.
I can move 40, yeah. Okay.
Yep. 40. That's on your horse.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off of her, and I'm gonna go ahead and do, instead of an action, I can move more, right?
Yep.
30 more.
There you go.
And then I'm going to bonus action. I'm gonna pat Gabi on the head, and give him bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Gabi, you're up. Still at the top of the order.
Bonus action, I light my armor.
Okay.
And then I go to there first, and I want to know if I see anything.
You see crossbow bolt.
He's gonna wait. He's rolling because I'm using my lucky feet.
You're going to make him re-roll that crit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. No problem. That was back up.
Now that Gabi is in that circle and he's lit his armor, can we all see this or just him?
Just him. 10-foot circle around him. And he can't see the guys that are shooting at him. He can always see the arrows as they come into the light center. Because only about 10 feet of him is lit.
Oh.
So that's first one was a miss. They're about equal to what they can do is about what a drow can do when it comes to lightness and darkness, just so you have an idea. So as soon as you come into the light spell, it sets off what they're doing. They could see all the way across it.
Tommy don't like. Fellas, I need a little help in here.
Hit.
Oh, I already used my lucky, so I gotta take it. I get one more lucky. But
I need you to make a con save, DC 13.
probably.
You survive
There you
it,
go.
but you realize that the arrow you just got hit with is poisoned, and it's a nasty poison.
But I didn't take it though. I mean, I
You
didn't.
didn't take it, but
Okay.
you recognize what it is. As a thief, you recognize what it is. Had you got failed your con save, you'd have been unconscious instantly.
Hey guys, they're firing really bad crossbow bolts that are poison. You might not want to get too close. And then, is that it on my turn for them? And then, okay. Well, I have an action, and I can't see where they're shooting from. And because I didn't like that, I'm gonna move 30 feet as my action away.
You just get back up 30 feet. The hell with that stuff.
I was like, they're shooting poison arrows, and they'll knock you out. So be careful. And then I look at Drick and go, hey, it shouldn't bother you at all. Get in there, big guy. Get in there.
That's on the back. Go on, brother. Good Drick's turn.
If only I was immune, it'd be perfect. But I can't even get in there, so let's see, where do I want to go?
Is it Drake? Aren't you resistant to poison?
Yes, I am resistant. That means I only take half damage from it.
On this, you would
If
get
it's super
advantage on.
deadly, that's not going to matter much.
Yeah, you would get advantage on the save.
Right. Let's see.
Hey, is that guy still flying above the darkness?
Yep, sure is.
So you got Eldritch Blast if you want to do that instead of doing something.
Can I see that guy?
Yep, sure can. He's the only one that's visible, which is this dude right there. But he's at
And
disadvantage.
The leader guy?
Yep. All attacks against him are at disadvantage.
Even spell attacks? Eldritch
Oh.
Blast?
As long as he's flying.
Let's see. I'm not going to waste that spell then. I will attempt to Eldritch Blast him. I know it's going to fail, but
I'm going to do the Eldritch Blast, but your other spells that are not to roll to hit, those aren't at disadvantage. Something it's only 2-hit stuff. Like Eldritch Blast is a range attack, but if you had an AoE, you could still do it because it wouldn't be at disadvantage.
well, what I want to do is hex him and then do my Eldritch Blast. But since Eldritch Blast is at disadvantage, I'm probably not going to hit him. And
Okay, and that would automatically hit. The hex would because it's anything you can see. So go ahead and do your Eldritch Blast.
Let's see. Okay, now Eldritch Blast. Yeah, total miss.
It's, okay, you have a inspiration tube. You actually have 2 of them.
Okay, I'll use that to try again.
Okay,
Wow.
you roll 2 1s, man.
Oh my gosh.
Roll the 1, drop the 1.
It was meant to be.
I will give him my
You're gonna give him one of yours? Okay. Roll it again. Here, Drake.
Okay, thank you. I didn't do disadvantage, but
Okay.
I ain't getting
roll
less
one
than
more
a 3 anyway, so.
time. Roll it one more time. Hit.
Okay, it was, yep. Just can't get him.
It would be a
Is that
disadvantage to the 7.
Disadvantage. The 3 would have counted.
Dang.
So,
Okay.
alright. That ended my turn.
Obsidian Knight, you see the guy up in the air, something touch him and he glows. And what touched him came from below.
Okay.
Yes, you're up. You can see the guy in the air.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to move 30 feet behind that rock right there.
That's 30 feet. Okay.
I want to do that stealthily.
Roll stealth. Technically, if you do a stealth, you should only get half movement, but we're letting it slide. You rolled a 1 because you rolled survival.
Oh, I rolled survival. It's still a 1.
Yeah, 1 is a 1 is a 1.
Yeah. So I think I'm hiding.
Yeah.
And I will attack.
Don't forget disadvantage. But you're at disadvantage because he's flying.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
25, hit. So we now know a 25 and a 29 hits.
We also know a 14.
Oh my gosh. We suck so bad.
As you hit him, you
Amazing.
see that the color, that the glow that was coming up from below, wavers a little bit, but it's not as bright, but it's still there.
Okay, so I want to use my action surge, and I want to make him my favored enemy. Okay, so I'm going to attack him again then.
Okay.
I forgot the disability.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, I will and see if it's better or not.
It hits either way.
Yeah, and I am putting the charismatic orb upon him with.
Hold on. The orb is a spell. It's not a cantrip.
Oh, it says magic initiative, first level,
Correct. It's a first level spell.
which means I can attach it to my bow because my
No.
bow.
You can
Oh.
attach a cantrip to your bow.
Oh, okay. I'll put the firebolt on it then.
Absorbed it.
All right,
You hit him and he sucked it up.
I see that.
That glow is now a lot less than it was before.
All right, that's my move and action. Thank you.
Claire, you're up.
Okay, you said that I am able to. Am I able to see the guy flying?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I will shoot my long arrow or my longbow at him
Okay.
at disadvantage. And what is that guy's name?
He is leader.
His leader. Okay,
Hit.
17 to hit. 9 magical piercing damage.
Cool. The glow that was on him is gone.
Do I know what that glow was?
No.
Well, for the heck of it, bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I don't see a creature that I can cast it at, but I imagine that I would just cast it in front of me.
So go ahead and use your pencil and mark where you want your weapon to be.
So I will cast it. I'm not really in a square, but
It looks good. I got it.
okay. Here's my choice. Am I the kind of person that would just run willy-nilly into darkness? No.
Well, you personally know, but a cleric of the light probably would.
I'm trying to think if
Even
Claire.
after the warning.
Well, don't forget the poison arrows.
That I warned you about the poison crossbow.
So far, I have not played my character as to run in willy-nilly, so I'm going to just stay here.
So you're not willy-nilly.
I'm not going to be willy-nilly. My next character will. I will end my turn, and it will be Gardus's turn.
Gardus is a willy-nilly kind of guy, but he hid behind a tree.
Born him today. All right. Well, you're right. I am a willy-nilly type of guy. Go in, bow singing. I think it's one of Lyric's songs. So I'm going to move forward from my perch, my full 30.
Okay.
I'm going to take a pop shot at the leader with my
Okay.
bow.
Okay.
Now, is that still disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
He's still flying. You hit him. Good to go. Do some damage. You did 1 damage.
I'm re-rolling that damage.
Okay.
That was horrible damage. Much better. Action surge.
Okay.
Then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
Dang,
Miss.
I missed. Well, I tried.
Okay.
Before I end my turn, I yell out, "Only cowards fight in the dark. Face us like true warriors."
Yeah, what he said.
As he's the furthest one behind everybody.
Yeah. The only one further away is Yeshua.
I'm not very fast, and I was shooting, so I'm still a warrior, and I still, oh boy.
And how did he Eldritch Blast from that far away?
It's got a long range. Eldritch Blast is 120. Like
It's
that.
120, but that's the length of the circle, right? Because the 60 is just the radius.
Well, we'll let it slide because it's to your advantage. Here, I'll buy that.
All right.
The range of
But
the
you
Eldritch
take the
Blast is
damage.
120 feet.
Yeah.
But But that would be an inspiration because she's trying to show that we couldn't do it. Also, he shot with his longbow first, and that would have hit. But, you know, she's pointing out that Eldritch Blast didn't reach. And that is hurting our party.
Yes.
I think that deserves you know what.
If I take the damage back away, I think it's worth an inspiration point.
Well, there was no. The longbow would have hit. She's saying that the Eldritch Blast that he fired after was not long enough.
Okay.
She's just pointing that out.
That's with the Eldritch Blast.
I am an honest being.
It missed anyway.
It missed, yeah.
The circle of darkness has moved.
Oh, snap.
All right. I can't see.
But our armor's lit up.
Right, 10 feet around you is a circle that's lit up.
10-foot radius or diameter? There's a difference. Because technically, if it's 10-foot radius, it is exactly where we are. Like, it's just the square that we're standing. We would not be able to see around it.
No, it's a 10-foot radius.
20 feet diameter, it's 10-foot radius.
Oh,
It's
still not
20
big
foot
enough.
diameter. It's
Oh,
10-foot
oh.
radius.
Wait. Whose thing is lit up?
Mine is.
Okay, boom.
Mine is. Mine
Boom.
is.
On our exit. Mo, we should be able to see these beasties.
Okay, can I finish my turn?
Oh. I'm just saying we should be able to see them as they murder us.
She's a mighty Derek. You getting her.
You have a good theory, you do.
I'm muting myself now.
Okay.
What about my miner's helmet? What's the distance on that? I couldn't find it.
It's 30, but it's not magical. Yeah, it doesn't negate magical darkness. Okay, so that means Krellick is the only one who would be able to see Knight number 1. No one else can see him.
Do I get an attack of opportunity because he came into my reach?
Do you get because your feet,
Yeah, the pole arm.
Master? Sure, we'll do that.
Did the magical darkness not move after all?
There are 3 of them. Each of them can cast it, and his would cast up to he got close to Gardas, and it would negate.
Oh,
So-
okay. Okay.
But why couldn't we see them? Because if he's standing in the light and his stuff has been negated, shouldn't we see him?
Because he's inside Gardas's range of his light.
But we are too. Like, all up on his business.
If you were inside the darkness area and lit up by him, I would say yes. If you were on the other side of that line, you'd be able to see him.
Okay.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
He also has to have take a DC 15 strength check.
And you hit him with infused glaive, 22 to hit, hits, did 15 damage, and a strength check. We can do that.
He failed.
It's magical, correct?
It is magic, so
Pass that one.
he's not restrained then.
And he takes half of your damage on your 15. On that, he returns and you take 7 damage. You take the other half of your damage. But you're immune, right? To fire?
Yes.
So you take half of half, which is 4. It's actually
All right.
3. So by hitting him, he reflected it back and he hit you with it.
All right.
He's resistant, not immune, correct?
Correct.
He takes this. You are lit up.
I am lit up.
Did you light up already? I thought you didn't. I thought you got to there and then you did your...
No, I
your
didn't.
stuff.
I am not lit up.
So you couldn't see him so you couldn't see him for the attack.
Well, I mean, remember, I'm not lit up.
You're inside the circle. If you're lit up, then you can see him. If
My
you're not
armor-
lit up, then you can't see him.
Hold on. My armor's not lit up, but my weapon is lit up with magical fire.
Does it produce light?
Yeah, fire. Yeah, it
That,
produces light.
that counters magical darkness.
Well, it's magical fire. I don't know if that's up to the DM whether it would counteract, but it's magical fire.
Okay, so let me back up. Back up. He did 15. That you get your 3 back, which you're at 6. This is 15 to him, which was actually 7. Where's that at? And that is night number 1. Yeah, you're at 0. If you're lit up, you can see him. Otherwise, he's striking from the dark. He's just a blade coming out of the dark.
All right, so my magical fire doesn't produce enough light.
It won't light magical darkness. It'll counter darkness like regular in a cave. But magical darkness is a different thing.
Okay, then I can't see him.
Right. So that means elven accuracy advantage. Hit. I need a con save. Passed. You remember fighting these guys before. They were not fun.
Hey guys, they're striking with poison swords, and they're whopping up on me.
Con save. Failed it. You want to use a point?
Yep.
Passed. It looks darker than it did before. It looks even darker again. Leader, you hear some chanting. You hear some crunching in the tree to your north, and you hear a roar, and it's to the paladin. He instantly knows there is a fiend on the field, and you see the glow come up again, and the guy in the air is starting to glow. The chanting you recognize is summoned fiend, or summoned demon. Sorry. Lyrics up.
I'm going to move 30.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do is use my action to move an additional 30.
Okay.
And then I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast floaty dude.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Is it still at disadvantage?
Yep. It's a bad fight. It's not going to be an easy one. Hit.
Oh, hit. Oh, yeah. Oh, what the heck? Okay, inspiration.
Okay.
Try it again.
Cool. Good damage. Heavy
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Now I'm going to Bardic Inspiration, and I'm going to tell Krellick, you got this!
All right, bonus action, Giant's Might.
Okay.
Then I will attack twice to him.
Okay.
And you said it was at disadvantage?
Yep. Because technically he's invisible to you. You know he's there, but he's invisible.
26, that hit him.
Yep. 28 damage.
28 damage.
This is fire, right? How much of it's fire? Magical slashing, fire, 2d6. So 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take 5. And half of that would be 2.
So, do they reflect fire? Is that... Okay.
That is what it appears to be, yes. He has to do a save, though, doesn't he?
Yep, DC 15 strength save.
That is with advantage. 21.
Hit him again with your second swing.
Yeah. This one's still at disadvantage.
Miss.
All right. Now I'm going to use Action Surge.
Okay.
And with my Action Surge, I get 2 more attacks and another bonus action. So, bonus action, I light my armor on this one. And then I attack again. Oh. And this one I don't attack at disadvantage, correct?
Once you don't have another bonus action. You don't get another bonus action on Action Surge.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, so it is at disadvantage. Okay. Roll for damage.
16. And all of it's slashing. You took it all.
All it's slashing. And this one was at disadvantage. All right. That is all I can do.
Okay. Call it.
Good game, everybody.
Yep.
Tough. So when we get back, I'm going to be focusing on floaty dude. So I'm kind of up here.
Someone might want to
We're
hear
gonna die.
heal the fighter. He's really, really hurt.
Yeah, if anybody can help me out, I need some help.
Claire is right there with you, buddy.
I'm trying to keep this garbage off of everyone else.
The only thing else you might want to think about is the other guy on top of the hill that you can see. He is odd. His being shifts. It changes like a blur.
Sounds like
The
a
guy that's on the
doppelganger.
ground.
Like he's incorporeal?
He sounds like a doppelganger.
Kind of like he's there, but not there.
Here, yeah.
Where did we hear this from?
Sounds awful familiar.
From a crazy kid that's been tortured and captured for a while?
All right. Next week, I'm putting an arrow in that guy's eye.